Hi everyone, this is Mr. Jackson. I am here to teach the 4th and 5th graders a lesson on origami. I'm missing you guys, so I hope you guys have fun with this. The folding that I'm going to do here with this origami can be two things. When I fold this, it's going to start off the same, but you can decide to turn it into a fish when you're done folding it, or you can turn it into a samurai warrior helmet, which is pretty cool. So any of these examples that I show you, I'll take some pictures of and put them into the lesson plan if you want to look at them more carefully. These ones that are really big were done with a huge piece of paper, like the size of a newspaper. So the one that I'm going to do is going to be much smaller, but you can do it with really any size paper. I'll also include some pictures of some different kanji if you do want to do a samurai warrior helmet, and include some kanji on it. That could be fun. But origami is the art of folding paper. It's a good connection to math with symmetry, because often both sides are the same, and it's a good sculptural connection by taking a flat piece of paper and turning it into something that's 3D. So let's get started here with this, and I'll show you how to take any piece of paper. It doesn't matter if it's a colored paper or a white piece of paper, whatever you have access to. And if it's already a square, that's even better, but you can turn any rectangle into a square by taking this corner and lining it up here, and then if you make this into a point, then I'm going to line this up. Try to make sure that your folds are pretty precise. It makes everything a little bit easier if things are lined up. But I'm going to take that, increase that, and then I'm going to turn this by cutting this along here, and then that will turn that rectangle into a square. Most pieces of origami are done with a square. So we'll take this. This is the first fold, just sticking with this, and then I'm going to turn that square into a triangle. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to bring this corner up, and I'm going to line it up with this top corner, line up those edges, and then I'll crease that. Then I'm going to turn it around. I think this is easier if I just turn it around. Then this is kind of like an airplane fold, where I'm just going to put this and make a point right here, and I turn that triangle back into a diamond. This paper is kind of thick, so just sometimes I gotta smooth it out before I crease it. But that's going to turn that triangle back into a diamond. Once I do that, I'm going to take these pieces, and I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. So I'm going to bring this one up. I've got to kind of get this fold started right here and line that up. I'm going to put that right here, and then crease that well, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm kind of just pressing that right there to get that fold started in this corner, and even bring it down a little bit here, and then we'll crease that. Now this can be one of the more tricky folds, because sometimes people will take it, and students will take it and bring this all the way down, or they'll start the fold up here a little bit. What I'm going to try to do is have this fold come all the way down to this point, and then I'm having this corner go off the edge. So if I open it up, you can kind of see it's folded right here. And you can always go back on the video and look at it a little more carefully, but that line comes all the way down. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Now, if you look at this, there's two pieces of paper here. I just need one of those pieces of paper, and I'm going to point out with my scissors here. About right here is where I want this paper to come up to, kind of line up with these. So I don't want to bring it all the way up. I want to have it stop short of the top. So this is actually lined up with these. And then there's going to be a little bit of extra paper that's going to be used to hold this all together. So you can see there's space here. It's about a finger's width of space. And then I can take this and bring this up. So this extra paper gets brought up to the bottom of that triangle. once I have that, now this is where you're gonna decide if it's gonna be a fish. I'm gonna pick this up, put my hand inside, and I can crease it so you can see like this one here. You can just crease it along the back and it'll turn it into a fish. Or this orange one that I have behind me, this one, the difference is that this is already folded inside. To make it a Samurai Warrior helmet, oops. What I did, so instead of folding it like this, I took this piece, this extra tail part, and I tucked it inside here. And so it looks like this, where the fish looks like that. So for the Samurai Warrior helmet, I'll just show you pictures of this one. I'm not gonna draw one, but you can see this one just has like some kanji here. It has some patterning, just a lot of line and shape and color. It has symmetry, both sides are the same. So if I've got a zigzag line here, I've got a zigzag line here. If I've got a purple dot here, I've got a purple dot there. And then on the back, I just did some more kanji and some just more line and color. I'll draw a fish example on this one. You can do this really with whatever materials you have access to. So I'm gonna do it with a Sharpie marker and a little bit of colored marker, but if you just wanna do it with crayon or do it with any drawing materials, I usually will do an eye right here and then put a detail inside there. This is really like a side fin. And then down here is where I'll put the mouth. I'll put some teeth in here. And then if I open it up, I'm gonna try to do the same thing on the other side. And often when you're making something that has symmetry, sometimes simpler is better. So here I might do, instead of all these scales that I have on this one, I might just keep it simple and do something like a triangle here, and then I'm gonna do, let's see, I might do a wavy line, a dotted line, and then a wavy line, and a dotted line. Just to keep it easy to draw it on this other side. I'm just trying to decide what I'm gonna do here. All right. This might be the easiest. I'll just start it here. But just have fun with it. If it's not exactly the same on both sides, not a huge deal. If you want to have something that's a little bit different, that's kind of cool too. So I had a triangle on this side, I think. Yeah. And then a curvy line. And then I might take out some colored markers and just give it a little bit of detail. But I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'll just do maybe this one side with a little bit of marker, a little bit of color. So I could probably spend quite a bit of time adding lots of color to it. This one probably took me an hour or so to do, where this one's kind of the same. This one took quite a long time to do. and they're a lot bigger than the other ones that you have, or the ones that I'm doing here. But take your time, make it however you would like, and just have fun doing it. So I'll do a little more color, and then I think we'll finish out the video. So. And then when I'm done doing those, then I can do the same thing on the other side. So I hope you guys have fun doing this. I will post our next lessons coming up in a little while, but I missed all of you, and have fun being creative and making art. I'll see you guys soon.